Good morning, gentlemen. I hope everybody will be fine. This is your trainer, Hashir Ali Shah, and I was getting many queries, and my WhatsApp was full. That please tell us about the procedure of Saudi Aramco approval, how we can get Saudi Aramco approval, what are the questions, what are the answers in interview, and how we can meet up the requirements. So I thought that I should make a YouTube channel and I will upload all of my lessons and trainings online so that you guys can watch them and got benefits from my lessons so that you can get Aramco approvals, you can know the standards of Saudi Aramco. So, first of all, let me tell you that Saudi Aramco is a big organization. It's a well-reputed oil and gas company in Saudi Arabia. It's a leading firm, and Saudi Aramco is working from extraction of the oil till the refining of those hydrocarbons into different components, and so that you guys can enjoy the ride on your car while refueling it. Either it's diesel, either it's petrol, gasoline. So it's all due to Saudi Aramco if you are driving your car in Saudi Arabia. All right. So, uh, so if you want to get approval, you have to stay focused that which discipline or which field you are choosing for the approval. Like in drilling industry, Saudi Aramco is having different standards. It's following HSCRM. There are different manuals. In pipeline and construction industry, Saudi Aramco is having different standards and it's following construction safety manuals. And there are many different standards if you compare it with other companies, right? So, but in my training sessions, in my online lessons, you guys will catch the standards only for Saudi Aramco, as I'm working for Saudi Aramco from long ago. So, I thought you guys should get benefits from my lesson. So, get started. I have prepared a presentation just for the introduction. How to get Saudi Aramco approval in HSC. So, a little introduction about Saudi Aramco is one of the leading oil and gas company in Saudi Arabia, as I discussed, working from oil and gas extraction to refining of hydrocarbon products like gasoline, diesel, naphtha, LPG, LNG, and many more. You know how many products, how many hydrocarbons are hidden in only one thing, which is crude oil. And Saudi Aramco is refining that crude oil, separating these hydrocarbons, and give you guys to get benefits of these beneficial products. So, what is Saudi Aramco approval? Saudi Aramco approval and Saudi Aramco acceptance letter, approval letter, these are same. Acceptance and approval is the same terminologies used in Saudi Aramco. So, following are the positions for which we will prepare for Saudi Aramco exam and interview to get Saudi Aramco approval. So, safety officer, safety supervisor, safety coordinator, safety manager. So, these are the job titles, these are the positions which we will be preparing for the approval so that we can get enough knowledge regarding the standards, regarding the exam, interview, what interviewer gonna ask you, what will be the exam. I cannot tell you exact exam, but 90% exam will be from their standard requirements, from the practical knowledge. All right. So if you, it depends that if you are working in a drilling industry of Saudi Aramco, either you are working for wellhead constructions, either you are working for pipeline or in plant, commissioning of plants, operating plants, all standards are different. So in my training session, in our lessons, we will discuss all those standard requirements as per their procedure, as per their safety management system. All right. So get in touch. Do not miss any lecture. so that it will be easy for the fresher. Especially, I designed this course especially for the fresher, so that fresher could get benefits. Because if you guys are experienced and you have any know-how regarding Saudi Aramco, you can catch somebody and you can ask him to teach you the standards. But what about freshers who are still in the other countries, for like in India, in Pakistan, Bangladesh, Philippines, or wherever in the world? So these guys, this less training session will be for freshers. That from grassroots level we will start, and we will take them to that skill level, so that they can appear directly in front of interviewer and they can give exam and they can give. Let me clear one thing, that approval will be the approval there will be there could be exam and there could be interview, and there could be both as well. It depends upon SAPO, which is Saudi Aramco Proponent Organization. Let me take you to the important terminologies which we guys gonna use in our upcoming training sessions. The important terminologies. SA, wherever you will find SA in my whole training sessions, whole lessons, it means Saudi Aramco. Don't get confused. Whenever you will see SAG, it means Saudi Arabian government. And not only in my training sessions or in my lessons, but if you guys will read the standards of Saudi Aramco, and whenever Saudi Aramco is using SA, it means Saudi Aramco. Whenever Saudi Aramco is using SAG, it means Saudi Arabian government. Whenever it's using SAP or SAPO, it means Saudi Aramco Proponent Organization. It's a third party organization which Saudi Aramco hired that organization, hired that company just to manage his project, either in the case of LPD, in the case of PMT. So we will discuss it. We will discuss it. It's just an introductory session, just to get the feedback that either we should move towards drilling, or either we should start lesson from pipeline construction, wellhead, and refinery commissioning industry. So I will see the comments and I will see the response of you guys. Then I will start uploading the lectures. If the response will be from pipeline, wellheads, plant commissioning and operating, I will start uploading the lectures by the standards of plant commissioning, pipeline, wellheads. And if the response will be from drilling side, then no problem. I will start uploading the lectures for the drilling standards, because drilling standards are different, and pipeline, onshore, and these wellhead construction, plant commissioning standards are different. So PMT means project management team. Whenever you will work with contractor of Saudi Aramco, you will listen these words on daily basis. PMT, project management team. LPD means loss prevention department. Loss prevention department is one of the department in Saudi Aramco. It's also a proponent organization which is only focusing on safety. HSE. Okay, then CSM, Construction Safety Manual. This is a safety guidelines. You can say it's 500 pages around guidelines how to work safe. What are the standard requirements? We will discuss these manuals, safety handbook in our upcoming lectures. Then CSAR, Contractor Site Administrative Requirements. We will see what are the administrative requirements as per safety. What are the what is WSSM? WSSM, whenever you will see WSSM written, it means Work Site Safety Manual. This is also a safety manual which is specifically addressing towards the site safety. Alright, so these are the important terminologies. Not only these are the important terminologies which we guys are going to use, but all of the important terminologies I will upload in our next upcoming lecture with the series of online trainings. You guys can see in every new lecture we will discuss the new terminologies. All right. Okay, so now, as I discussed that we will prepare for the Saudi Aramco approval exam and interview for the following job titles: safety officer, safety supervisor, safety coordinator, safety manager. Alright, so starting from safety officer, what are the standard requirements? Eligibility for a safety officer as per Saudi Aramco standard requirements. Kindly be noted that the job title for safety officer could be safety inspector, site safety engineer, safety advisor, safety representative. These all job titles are same as a safety officer, right? So it's not mandatory that if you got approval as a safety officer and you cannot get approval for site safety engineer. So these are same, right? Safety officer, safety inspector, site safety engineer, safety advisor, safety representative. All these job titles are similar in Saudi Aramco. Okay, so what are the eligibility? Fluent in English. Safety officer must be fluent in writing and verbal English. At least safety officer should have 5 years of experience specific to the contract scope. Alright, so it means that you should have 5 year experience in oil and gas industry with respect to the specific scope of work. Then formal safety training, internationally recognized safety certification, for example, OSHA, NIBOSH, NSC certificate, National Safety Council. But kindly be noted that the Saudi Aramco is obeying, or what you can say, following the American standards, which is OSHA, NSC, National Safety Council, NFPA standards, National Fire Protection Agency. All right. So you should have these certifications or either one of them. Then degrees and educational certificates. If you are bachelor's for safety officers, intermediate is okay, or bachelor's is preferable, but intermediate or diploma will work as well. All right. So let's move towards the requirement of safety supervisor. Safety supervisor, similar, must be fluent in English, in written English, and in oral English, verbally. Safety supervisor should have 7 years of experience specific to the contract scope, specific to the work scope. Alright? Then formal safety training, internationally recognized safety certification, same as safety officer, OSHA, NIBOSH, NSC, either one of them or all of these, but preferably OSHA. Alright, then degrees and educational certificates. If you have bachelor's degree, if you have engineering degree, if you have any science degree, any arts degree, no problem. You should have degrees, you should have educational certificates with you. So these are the requirements for safety supervisor. All of these things matters a lot. There are many other things as well, but these are the basic requirements to appear in front of SAPO, Saudi Aramco Proponent Organization, to get approval for a safety supervisor. Alright. Now, come towards the requirements for safety manager. Okay, safety manager job title could be site safety superintendent. We can call him site safety superintendent. We can call senior safety engineer. We can call safety coordinator. These all job titles are same as safety manager. That's why I included the requirements of safety manager and safety coordinator in one slide. All right. So for a safety manager, you should be fluent in English, obviously, because you have to interact with multinationality. You are working in multinational country, so you should be familiar with, you should be all most of the languages. If you are multilingual, it's beneficial, or at least you should be fluent in English, at least 10 years of experience specific to the contract scope. All right, formal safety training, internationally recognized safety certifications, OSHA, NIBOSH, National Safety Council, and all these. If you have all of these, it's preferable. All right, then degrees and educational certificates. So what we see, we have seen that only the things matter is experience. So for freshers, my advice is just to take your certification, required certification, and you have degrees. If you don't have degree, pursue your degree, or if you have intermediate qualification, it's okay, or diploma or bachelor degree, but bachelor degree is preferable anyway. It's beneficial for your promotion as well. And you should focus on your English linguistic skills. You should be fluent in English. Just improve your English speaking skills, okay? And don't worry about experience. Just whenever you see any job requirement in the contractor company of Saudi Aramco, just apply, rush towards that job, apply, give interview. What you will learn how to give interview. See, gentlemen, a person learns most with his failures. So don't be afraid to be failed, right? I got failed many times and I learned from my failure and I achieved the success. So don't be afraid from by facing the what you can say the failure or fear. These are the things which will motivate you and will drag you towards success, towards the key point. All right. So for the freshers, I have advised that whenever you see any job requirement in Saudi Aramco contractor company, just rush towards that, apply there, give interview, try to convince the interviewer. All right. So that he can hire you as assistant safety or work permit receiver. You can get hired as a safety officer. You can get hired and you can complete your experience within the lay down area or in the offices or like that. So he can get you settled down. Okay. So these are the requirements of for a safety manager. All right. Note: safety officers with less than 5 years of safety experience, as well as clerical, firewatch, confined space, standby man, hazardous material handlers, etc., shall be executed from the number of safety staff from contractors' safety manpower. Those guys who are new at Saudi Aramco projects, or they are planning to work at Saudi Aramco sites, they should be get familiar that there are requirements by Saudi Aramco for the contractor companies, that the contractor companies should have this much manpower according to the total working manpower. So what are the ratios? Ratios are here. If company is having 1 to 25 employees working at one site, no requirement of safety manager, no requirement of safety supervisor, no requirement of safety officers. All right, minimum. If you have 126 to 50 employees in your company, no requirement of safety manager, one safety supervisor is enough. He will visit, he will come back. Okay, if your company, these are the employees in the total company, not on the one site. Okay, 51 to 500, no requirement of safety manager, one safety supervisor should be there, and one safety officer for each 50 number of employees. All right, these are the most important questions which which are usually asked by the interviewers and included in the written exam for the approval of safety supervisor and safety manager as well. So you should learn these, or you should have learn these. I will say you can learn. It's not that much difficult. Okay, if the employees are 501, 501 to 1000, yes, you should have safety manager. You should have one safety supervisor for every 10 safety officers. All right. So the safety supervisor to employee ratio will remain same. Then from 1001 to 5000, yes, obviously manager is required, and the supervisor ratio is same. One supervisor for every 10 safety officer. And one safety and the same requirement, but the additional thing is 20 safety officer plus additional at ratio of 1:100, 20 safety officers with this ratio, and 20 safety officers, 1:100 safety officer. For 100 employees, one safety officer as an additional member. All right, so that we can replace, if one is on vacation or he's not on site, we can replace that safety officer. So this is for only for the replacement. Then if your company is having 5,000 plus manpower, safety manager is required obviously, and the same ratio for safety supervisors. And according to this ratio, we need 60 safety officers plus one safety officers at every 150 manpower or employees as an additional, just to cover these safety officer in case of vacation or if anybody got in. All right, so these are the contractor side safety staff requirements as per Saudi Aramco. So guys, this was all about today's introductory session. So this training session, I hope that you guys can have understood the basic concept of the safety requirements, how to get approval, what kind of approvals in HSC Saudi Aramco is having, and what are the number of employees to ratio of employees to safety officer or safety staff, what are the eligibility requirements to appear in front of interviewer to for approval of safety officer, safety supervisor, coordinator or manager. All right, so these are the requirements. We discussed the important terminologies we will use in our upcoming lesson. Gentlemen, so this was all about today's training session, where we have discussed the important terminologies which we guys are going to use in our upcoming lessons. I want to say to my fresher guys to do not miss the upcoming training sessions, so that you can get benefit from my lessons to appear in front of interviewer, whoever the interviewer is from Saudi Aramco contractor company. He is going to ask the similar question which we will discuss in our upcoming sessions, and you will have a strong grip on Saudi Aramco's safety standard requirements. Either it is drilling side, or either it's wellhead, pipeline, or plant commissioning. All right, so take care guys. Just give your suggestions, give your feedback in comment box, how we can start or improve that. Either I have to start from drilling side, or either I have to start from wellhead, pipeline, or plant commissioning side. All right, I will wait for your response, and then I will upload my new lecture. Thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.